Yes, welcome, petty people, to Dangerous Misinformation, the number one source in the world for dangerous misinformation. If you ain't know, now you know. Appreciate you being here. My name is Rodney Smith, your humble narrator. You can find me on pretty much all social media at Lord Petty. Some of them have underscores. Just look for the guy that looks like me. And maybe the Google. So if the internet has done a good enough job about unanimously shadow banning me and blocking my IP, it should have done a good job by now grouping me together with all my different platforms. So if you do find me, you're probably going to find everything. So because they got your boy in a bow. But it's all good. Go pick up my book, The Petty Principles, Volume 1. I'm working diligently on Volume 2 right now. And I tell you what, it is strenuous. It's like the more I write, the harder it gets, obviously, because the first book is just all the pent up shit I've had in my brain and just getting it out. And I didn't think anybody was going to even read it. So I just like, whatever, just send it. Now I'm really worried. And I'm trying not to do that. It's not a good thing. You just got to send it. But anyways, yeah, go check that out. Leave a rating on the podcast. Please tell somebody about the podcast. And yeah, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. A lot of dramas this week for me, guys. And the reason being is because I'm kind of going into this realm. If you've been listening to this podcast for a long time, you know I've been saying the type of like Andrew Tate type shit way before we knew who this guy was. And that's not because I believe everything that he believes. It's just that he came out and he was speaking reality. And he was saying it in a really funny way. It's just that he happened to have a history of running sex webcams and like beating people up and shit like that for sports. So he had a different draw, right? But all the shit he's saying, it's nothing new, right? And all this like red pill shit. I mean, you can trace it back to like the Black Phillip show, like Patrice O'Neal and, you know, like Rollo Tomassi. And you can trace it back to all these guys like Rich Cooper. They've all been around forever, right? So, I mean, I was familiar with this shit years and years and years ago. And I saw the positives and I've seen the negatives in it. And I've kind of like picked and choose about what works and, you know, try to see, okay, what are they trying to get clickbait? What is reality? What can I apply to my life? How can I still be grounded, be a good, balanced person, and also not be a fool and get manipulated by just the ways of the evil world, right? And so in the last year or two, people like Andrew Tate have blown up. And what this has done is it's exposed all these fucking geeks to all this red pill shit, right? And so I'll come out and I'll say something, you know, because Andrew Tate will say, oh, well, a high-value man won't want a woman that's 30 that's built a big network or net worth because he has access to younger, hotter women. Sure, that's true. He can say that. Now, I got, you know, Sophia Franklin came out with this, well, there's this video of Sophia Franklin, one of the half of the Call Her Daddy podcast, where she came out and she said she has to have a rich guy. And I said, well, she gets to do that because she's rich. So why wouldn't she get to have standards? And I get all these guys just piling on, right? Hundreds of comments on this video on a different thread saying, oh, look at the simp. We found ourselves a simp, a beta. Oh, hi. No man of that stature would ever want her. And it is all just these completely average, normie guys taking selfies in their car. Like this one guy's like, oh, we spotted the simp. And I go and look at his profile. He's wearing a fucking Burger King crown. And he's taking pictures of his cousin in her underwear, talking about, oh, thank you for letting my cousin shoot her to get my photography skills. So this dork went out and he bought a camera so he could get into photography so women would want to hang out with him because women want to be around guys with cameras because they all want to be models now. This red pill shit, guys, I'm telling you, it's going to cause a lot of problems because you completely misinterpret it. The way you're supposed to interpret it is to focus on yourself and let the good things come to you as you build because women will seek out winners. A lot of you guys take the red pill shit and they just go way overboard and just use it to just like demonize women as an entire species. They're like, oh, she's just going to be alone and have 5 cats. No, she's not, dude. Look at every fat bitch you went to high school with. They're all married now. And when I say fat bitch, I mean the ones that were hot and were huge bitches and wanted nothing to do with you. Kind of like how the hot girls now want nothing to do with you because you have a bad attitude and you talk shit about women. They can spot that shit, bro. I mean, me, like, also, I don't say anything about women that how do I phrase this? I don't say anything about women where I feel like I would lose out on the type of women that I'm insulting. You know what I mean? Like, I'll talk shit about blue-haired feminists and shit like that because I don't give a fuck. I don't need them around me, right? But I like hanging out with nice, kind, smart, beautiful women. So I'm not going to come out and start trashing them. And it's not like I'm being fake, but I would be being fake if I'm trashing them because I want to be around them. And so you get these guys, they just don't want to admit that because their egos are too fucking big or whatever it may be. I don't know. Or maybe they just don't want to be with them and their butt hurt. I don't know. But I got all these just like average, just normal dudes just talking about, oh, look at the fucking simp. Look at this beta. I don't get it. A high value male. Bro, I'm the guy with the clout and 3 girlfriends, okay? And I feel like a total fucking douchebag saying that. But I don't need you fucking guy in your car taking a selfie, taking pictures of your cousin to tell me shit. I'm letting you know that this worldview, this like all women are trash. I've watched a Fresh and Fit episode as well, okay? These people, they watch one little podcast or something, and they start repeating the shit, but they don't think about it. It is time to take the red pill about the red pill. We've gone into the next dimension of now we just have all these fucking geeks thinking because they watched AMS videos that they're just these gods now, that they know something, that now women will bow down to them. No, they won't, dude. A 4, and you should know this if you've watched all this garbage, a fat fucking woman with an overbite is going to have way more options than you making $60,000 a year, being in decent shape, driving a brand new Honda, having your own apartment. Just like normal guy shit, you know? Like a normal guy that has his shit together, right? The person I just described. He could be a handsome dude, right? Like a former frat guy, something, yada, yada, former high school quarterback, right? Solid 7.5. Right? Let's say he's making 75 grand, driving whatever a normal car is. I don't know. Has his own place. He's not going to be able to get the female attention as the fat female form. You know why? Because there's always going to be some dumbass guy, right? There's always going to be some dumbass clown, simpy guy that's going to come, and because all men are so deprived of female attention that they will stoop that low, and then they will go be there for them. So these women aren't going to end up alone with cats unless they want to be. They're probably so fed up with fucking men that they just decide to do that anyways. Like any girl can get a guy. She might not get the guy that she wants to have, but she can get a guy because guys will pretty much fuck anything. And that's how all these OnlyFans models and shit are making all this money. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with the red pill shit, but you shouldn't blame women. You know what I mean? It's like, it's why all these stores are getting looted and stuff now. Like you defund the cops, you create an opportunity for people to operate within these lawless boundaries to go and rob stores with no repercussions. So if you have a world with simpy men that are just willing to pay for naked pictures of women and shit like that, like why wouldn't they do that? They're not bad for doing that. It's like if you go start a business, what you want to do is you want to find a problem, you want to solve it, you want to find a demand, and then you want to create a problem or create a supply to that demand. You know what I'm saying? So if chicks are out here selling ass, like who cares? I mean, I would never date one. Don't get me wrong. People will be like, oh, you know, like I said, people call me a fucking simp because I understand what women are. Like if I was a woman, I'd be the worst woman on the planet. Like I'd be taking you guys for all you have. I'd be fucking, yeah, dude, I'd be just tearing it up. But yeah, I don't think, you know, I would never mess with the female like that. Like I'm saying, I would never get involved with one of these chicks because it's just not, it's below the thing that I want in my life. But I know that somebody will, so I'm not going to be dumb enough to call her a crazy cat lady because I know that some guy's going to come around and save her. So I'm just going to avoid the situation all in all. I'm worked up right now, dude. I just got done at the gym. I didn't shower or anything. I stink. That's all right, dude. My manly stench is going to help me get through this podcast, because I actually did another podcast yesterday, but I don't think I'm going to release it. It was one where I was all trying to be preachy about telling you how to build your social media. And I realized, you know what? People just got to figure this shit out for themselves. Maybe someday I'll start. I leaked a couple clips from that episode. If you go to my YouTube channel or some of my Instagramsies, you can go there and probably see a clip or two. Or actually, I'm on TikTok. I've been trying to post to TikTok more again lately. And I can't tell if I'm really shadowed because my videos just stopped playing at 300 plays. So, and it's ever since I posted a video with Hagatha, and she's talking about being a transsexual lesbian, blah, 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 but her wife is actually a biological male, but she wants to be a lesbian, but all this like weird shit, right? And so my TikTok's just been in the gutters ever since then. But anyways, yeah, I just got done at the gym, and I'm pissed off because the gym was super empty because I went way earlier than what I usually do. And the gym was super empty, but every single like flat bench in front of the free weights, it was all taken. And I'm standing there at one of the cable machines, just keeping an eye on it, waiting for something to open up. And fucking nobody was working out. Like people that go to the gym between like 9 and noon, they just have all the time in the world, I guess, because I guess the gym's empty enough to where they just don't give a shit. But it drives me up the wall. It's like, I don't want to be in the gym longer for an hour. I got shit to do, you know? Like, I respect you people that just want to eat a dry chicken breast every day and pump iron for 3 hours and then take pictures of yourself on the internet. That's great. That's your thing. It's not mine. I want to get in there. I want to get my workout in. I need to get the fuck out of there because I got shit to do. So when you're sitting there on the bench, you got a pile of weights around you, and you're just sitting there on your phone fucking around for 40 minutes, taking up the bench, like all of them. It drives me nuts. But it's not like this isn't anything anybody hasn't bitched about a million times. But I just need to get it off my chest. As men, we don't talk about our feelings enough. Fucking, dude. Speaking about working out, do you guys know that David Goggins is married? If you don't know who David Goggins is, they call him the world's toughest man. He's this guy who's he's done all these long distance marathons. He's this stamina athlete. You know, he's been a Navy SEAL. He's been a paratrooper. He's been Delta Force. He's been like every branch of military special ops, pretty much, I believe. And I read his book recently, and it was really good. It was pretty inspirational. I mean, about like 3/4 way through, I got kind of sick of him talking about just going on these long ass rucks and destroying his body, and you know. But anyways, I think the funniest thing in the world, because he would always talk about, I think the funniest thing in the world is that David Goggins is married, because he talks about his wife in his book, about him just always going on these crazy adventures and then always getting fucked up on these adventures, like needing his hands taped, or he's running for 24 hours, or he's riding a bike like halfway across the country. And the whole time his wife is just there supporting him, right? And then, like, you ever see those videos? You ever see those videos where he's jogging? He'll be jogging, and all of a sudden the car will pull up, and he'll just be like, I got up this morning, you fucking pussy, and I started running. My body hurts. But you know what I said? Fuck you. You're all bitches. And then, you know, meanwhile, his wife is just like the one driving next to him the whole time, holding the phone. She's like, and getting yelled at by him. I think that is the stamina. That is the world-class stamina athlete, is his wife, by putting up with him. Because, yeah, imagine putting up with that guy. He's just always wanting to, I don't know. I guess the money must be nice. The money must be good, but imagine the shit that David Goggins makes his wife do in the bedroom. It's like, all right, I'm in this. I got to break the world record. And she's like, oh, I hurt I can't do it anymore, honey. He's like, fuck you. You got to be hard. Stay hard. Yeah, I really want to know how he interacts with his wife. I think that's my dream podcast guest is David Goggins' wife. It cracked me up, dude. I was just scrolling Instagram one night, and there were all these forest fires in California, right? And it just shows David Goggins at like 2 a.m. running in front of his wife's car like she's in a minivan, just filming him. Just going, Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know David has decided to run 30 miles up the mountain because they're going to try to dig a trench around this fire. So I've just been following him for the last 7 hours. Ah, man. That's a loyal one, dude. That ain't no boss babe right there. So, but good for her. You see, ladies, that's what you got to do right there. You got to find yourself a guy that's willing to just completely destroy his own body to get super rich. And all you got to do is walk around and film him. It's kind of like the opposite of having these guys that film their girlfriends doing OnlyFans. Is she's just watching him destroy his body. Where if you're like the OnlyFans boyfriend or the Instagram boyfriend, oh my God, can you imagine being an Instagram boyfriend? Ugh. Instagram boyfriend is the millennial Gen Z version of the boomer happy wife, happy life guy. You ever meet the old boomers where they're like, oh, you know, you can either happy wife, happy life. No, dude. No. Hell no. I don't care. I don't need that in my life. I enjoy having the female presence in my life, but these boomers are useless. Like they can't cook for themselves. They can't do their own laundry. They can't pay their own bills. They can't do anything because their parents came from the generation where the economy was so good, where they'd go get a job with the handshake and they could buy a house for $20,000. And then the company still had pensions. So boomers are just not developed people. They aren't very well-rounded. Of course, they're smart ones, right? But just like the general population of boomers, they're big children as far as the men, right? And then the women, they got to just focus on doing the housework type stuff because the men could still provide with one income before all this postmodern feminism bullshit came in and made it so everything is way more expensive, the jobs are more competitive, and everybody pays more taxes. And, because women just wanted to work for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, dude, me, like, I'm a great cook. I don't mind cleaning my own house. I can go out, and it's not like these girls will just not fuck you. I mean, they're all, the feminism shit's the best thing to ever happen to men because you go out and a girl will think it's empowering to sleep with you. Why would I complain about that? All you red pill douches, bitch, feminism, this and that. It's the best thing ever, dude. It's not like they're all like that. Look for the opportunity, dude. If you're a good enough guy, you're going to find the good enough girl. But just like if you're just some normal average ass guy, you should be glad that feminism is a thing because you can just go out and get laid. Jesus Christ, dude. You guys are hopeless. Not you guys listening to this podcast. We're talking about the other people. You know what I'm saying? God, I'm getting hungry. We need to wrap this up. Where are we at? 17:50. I need to go eat some chicken. Dude, I've been spending so much money on food lately. And it's unbelievable. Like if you want to eat organic food, it is so goddamn expensive. And I just always wonder, why is it more expensive to buy organic food? Because it should technically, they say, no antibiotics, no preservatives, no this and that, grown in a fucking this and that, blah, blah, blah. So it sounds like making the food was a lot easier for you. So why is it way more expensive? Because it won't kill me because you can't keep it on the shelf as long and your risk for it going to waste is higher? How screwed up is that, dude? So it's like, oh, this food is organic. Versus what? What the fuck am I eating if it's not organic? Am I just eating a bunch of pesticides? It's fucking criminal, dude. It's like, or I try, dude, I'm just gonna get like the West is done. I'm going to take all my business any day now. Any day these floodgates are going to open, dude, and I'm going to take off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to Mexico City. I'm going to go by the name Flaco. I'm going to find me like 2, 3 just nice Latina girls. I'm going to let them all know about each other. Just like, hey, it is what it is. And then I'm going to settle down. I'm going to settle down making my US dollars, spending pesos with my 3 Latinas, and then you can all suck my fucking nuts. Especially you grocery stores selling me all the expensive food. Anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. Please, please, please leave a review. Please tell somebody about the podcast. I really appreciate y'all. Let's grow this thing, fight the lizard people, spread this dangerous misinformation. Say what up, send me a DM. I'm going to be better about answering them. Like last night I was up till 2 a.m. just going through DMs because I don't know. Sometimes I got to get away from it. Then I got to remind myself that I do enjoy it because it's fun talking to like-minded people. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, email me at lordpettypodcast@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram at lordpetty. And check out the other episodes. Check out my book. And that's that. Oh, I also have a new page. I have a new page called The Petty Principles Quotes. So it's a daily quote from the book. So go check that out. Love y'all. Petty out.